Hey, what's up guys, Frozen here, and today we are back with another episode of the Mira series. Today we are on New Hereford. I did want to get this out before the actual live servers arrived, and I've been playing as much as I can on these servers. Of course, the servers being as they are, were making it a little bit hard to actually play this map, but I played a lot of the casual mode on Discovery, and that's kind of how I figured out the patterns of the attackers, which is where these mirrors go. So without further ado, we're going to start with these two windows upstairs. Now the good thing about this site is that there's really only two mirror windows that you actually need to use, and the other ones aren't really that viable. I've seen people do a lot of things, but I think these are the best. So the first one we have right here, this wall gets reinforced, and the reason that it gets reinforced is because if they have like a Zofia, they can push up the stairs, and if no one's watching it, they can just shoot your legs right here. So that is slightly dangerous. So you want to stay alive, and you don't want to let your legs get shot from right here. So that's why I reinforce this wall. And also keep in mind when you're using this one that this wall little thing right here is not you cannot shoot through this wall. So just be aware of that. But all you have to do is just peek around a little bit farther, and you're fine. Especially with like literally zero recoil that the Vector now has, it's gonna make it very easy to pre-fire this area. And with that one mirror window, you can lock this entire area down. Now, the best way to counter this is, if you don't have a Twitch, of course, is to come over to this window. And if you're playing Capital, and because of Clash, you might be doing that, if you shoot a fireball right there over this wall, you'll kill the mirror. You'll kill whoever's playing that mirror window, and they will die. Same thing with a frag grenade, you can just throw it over. However, it is a little bit harder to get because you do have to be a little bit more exposed. You can't like sit way back and throw it. You have to be closer, and it's just like you don't want to hit this beam or something. So Capital is basically the best counter to this mirror window. Another thing that they could do is, if they have a Zofia and this wall is unreinforced, they can shoot your mirror from like over here. However, usually you're going to have somebody paying attention to these stairs, so that's not really that big of a deal. Which is why, as well, we have this one over here. And now, if you were to put it on this wall, the stairs, you'd be able to shoot the canister from relatively safe distance, and you don't want to reinforce these walls between sites. Because if you want to, you could play an ACOG way back here, like an Echo or a Maestro or someone, and they, from all the way back behind this box, can watch that window over there, which is kind of nice. And they can they just have a lot of really long angles that are hard for the attackers to challenge, especially because a lot of Maestros and Echoes are going to sit in this corner back here, giving them access to just really long angles. We're pretty close to together is just nice in general. You don't have to do this, of course. You don't have to open these walls, but we'll have to see how the meta goes with these. However, this window, this just covers the weaknesses of the other window. You couldn't see this little lobby over here, but now you can. And putting it on this side also keeps you a little bit safer from that window, because if you're here, someone can pinch you from that window way easier versus right here where you're pretty safe from there. Anyone who vaults in there is going to die. Anyone who repels in here is going to die. And it just basically covers the weaknesses of that mirror. And that is basically your foundation of this defense. So just do be aware of that. You can put it on this wall right here instead. But personally, I prefer to put it on this one just because it does the same thing pretty much right here. You just be putting it on the other wall. But if you put it like on this wall over here, you'll just get shot from the window. But that is it for this top floor. We're going to move right downstairs in just a second. Okay, so now we are in the bedrooms, the kids over there. And this mirror setup I like. This reminds me a lot of the study on Villa, the way these walls work and the bomb sites work. So what I think is the best way to hold this is to simply double mirror this. Now, I have another spot I will show you if you do not like to put both of your windows here. However, there isn't really a whole lot of other spots to put them, which is why I say double mirroring can work. This door is very popular to push with like a shield and enter through the rooms. And another spot you could have would be on this wall right here, not that wall, this one, and you can put it towards A. But the thing, I don't really like that one, because what people end up happening is someone will end up sneaking in and shooting you, or shooting person on the mirror. So usually I don't like this spot, which is why having 2 mirror windows here, reinforcing this wall so you're safe from the stairs. I like this spot quite a lot. It just helps you stay alive. It just helps you hold these sites much better. And another reason for them is because there's not really a whole lot of better spots to put them. The only other spot you could really put one would be on this wall over here, double reinforcing that and not putting that mirror down. And that's not horrible, however, this room isn't really too popular to push there, and the best use you'd get out of the mirror window would be to get a line of sight onto this main hallway from around the corner of it. However, they did make a change to the mirror windows, which I hate, and is that the corner of the wall will no longer get destroyed by your mirror, and it is the most annoying bug in the world, and I don't think they're going to fix it. So it's really just a big nerf to Mira, and it's honestly really annoying. Because you're not able to peek it nearly as much. You can't see past this, so if somebody's over there, you can't shoot them. Of course, with this mirror in particular, you can just go around this way and shoot them. But that's besides the point. Anyway, that is it for this site over here. We're going to be moving down to the kitchen, and I believe the kitchen. And we'll be back in right a moment. Okay, so now we are in the kitchen, and I am not a fan of this bomb site personally. There's a lot of ways they can cut you off. With one maverick hole on this wall, you're basically cut off from your bomb sites. So, like, if they open this wall, you're pretty much completely cut off, and I would not advise going here. However, with that being said, we still have a couple of spots you can use. We've got this, very basic, just, you say it watches this room, and you're pretty safe from everywhere else. The only place you have to be aware of is these stairs. So if you want to play someone here, that's cool, like a Legion. You could play him on the stairs, goo mine all of these doors. That'll help you guard the stairs a little bit more. Just because that is your main counter to this mirror window, aside from a Twitch room, of course. And also, you have this one towards the garage. I would not recommend playing this site. You have 3 others, and all of them are better than this one. However, if you have to play it, this is also a pretty good spot. You can also reinforce it onto this wall and put it here instead. This just gives you a little more coverage, and a little more protection, but you can shoot at less because of this bug right here. You can't actually shoot at that garage door, so just do be aware of that. And also, one more quick thing: if you put a shield right here, you could put one on here for one, and it's a really good spot to play as a maestro or an echo. All you have to worry about is vertical gameplay, of course, but you are pretty safe in this corner. You don't even need the shield. It's just kind of nice to have a shield, because if you have the shield, you can peek over this right here, and your body is completely protected, and you can peek over the furnace right here. So it is nice to have. But we're going to be moving on to the final site, which is going to be in the basement, and we will be back in 1 second. Okay, we are back with the bomb site that has the most variety. We are down in the basement, and first off, we've got these 2 mirrors. You'd want to reinforce this wall for this one. This one just watches this little angle, this entrance over here. Pretty self-explanatory. Not really anywhere they can shoot you from behind unless they get in over there. And this other one, I would not recommend using both of these, by the way. I just saying pick one or the other. This one's nice because you can shotgun out from this area right here. And then you can watch it like this from here, but with the other one you cannot do that. So that is useful, but however, you do have a harder time seeing anyone who's in here. And if anybody does drop the hatch, you will not be able to see them. However, this hatch drop is relatively safe regardless. Just because of this electrical box generator, or whatever it is right there. But we're going to quickly show a couple other ones that basically just hold it. This side I'll have 2, and you can pick between those as well. Alright, so now we have 2 more mirror windows facing towards the east side. And for this bomb site, these 2, you can't see a whole lot. However, there isn't really anywhere else you can put them. That's mostly just due to the limitations of the soft walls on the map. you have this one in here, which would watch A, and you have these ones over here. But most of these aren't the best, so this bomb site isn't perfect for playing Mira. However, it can work if you really want to play her. You can put these over on these two spots. You can also put this one in particular on this middle wall, and you'll have a little bit more view. This one just makes it a little bit easier to shoot at this, because if you're in the center, you can see that, but it's a little bit harder to shoot out at it. Or at least to get an angle on anyone out there. So if there's like a Maverick opening up a hole, you'll actually see him, which is nice. And for the other one, it's basically just the exact same thing. It just watches over here instead. Of course, because of this bug over here, the mirror window is less useful than it could be, simply because of the fact that you cannot see the stairs. And if the bug wasn't there, you would be able to see the stairs. So please fix. You gotta fix this bug. But on this site, you're most likely better playing off an Echo or a Maestro, or both. Just because they do have the ACOGs, and the site is very open, so you can open up really long lines of sight between the bomb sites. And you have a lot of cover that can't really be countered too easily. For example, this spot right here, you are very safe in this corner. The only thing you really have to worry about is somebody walking up to this door and maybe seeing like the tip of your head. But then you have this corner right here, so you have a lot of cover on this site, which is nice as far as playing Echo goes. But that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. This map is a little bit underwhelming as far as mirror windows goes. However, the top floor and the second floor do both have quite good mirror spots. The bottom two floors lesser so, but this top floor definitely is worth playing Mira on. But like I said, that is it for this video, and I will see you all in the next one.
If you remain in this
Peace.
zone, you will be detected by hostiles. Your location